Morning, baby. Hey guys, welcome to Wild Hope Homestead. Sorry about the background noise. Steve's pressure spraying at the moment. I've got to clean the chicken coop today. I asked him to borrow a pressure sprayer from work, which is really cool that he could do that, to spray the fence in the herb garden before I get crazy with planting things in there. And since it's going to take me a while to clean the chicken coop today, I said he might have to do the pressure spraying, which he's doing right now. But, well, once he gets an idea in his head, sometimes it's good just to let him get that done, and I'll just have to clean the coop when he's finished. So that's exciting anyway. I can show you what's going on out there. Steve finished pressure spraying the fence around the herb garden and it looks really good, so let's have a look. Looks like a whole new fence just about. That definitely makes things feel warmer, having the brown. The shed is still black. It makes things feel warmer and lighter, and it somehow, yeah, it makes the space look bigger as well, I think, because it's not so dark. I'm very happy with it. I definitely like natural brown colour better than... What on earth are you doing? Oh, child. So yesterday I finished getting rid of, was it yesterday or the day before? The day before. All of the weeds, except for little tiny ones that are growing back. And except for there's one of those lilies left there. And there's also one that's in amongst the oregano, so that's going to require some careful excavating. So now, well, I've got my 3 brick circles there, and I took the tree out as well, the peach tree, and hopefully all the lilies around that, so that looks heaps better. I think it's going to look a lot nicer not having trees right there. I really want to do 3 circles on this side too, so it looks symmetrical. But we don't have that many bricks, so I've been trying to scout more from around the garden. So I'll have to see what we can do. And then I'm going to be reconfiguring the stepping stones. They're way too close to the rosemary there. The rosemary has tended a little towards that side in its growth. And the oregano's tending towards that way too. It's been growing right up into the rosemary, so I'm going to try and push that further back that way. Move those stepping stones a little bit that way. And yeah, some of the ones going past the big shrubby herbs right underneath those will have to move as well. So I'm just figuring out where I'm putting everything. Probably going to be a bit of trouble through the fence, isn't there? Ben Wyatt. Watch out for Tom. Watch out for Tom, have a fit. Steve got the other side of the fence around the herb garden sprayed with the pressure sprayer today, so I'll have a look at that in a minute. And then I thought I needed to have a turn. I just wanted to do a little bit of the potting shed to see how that would go, and then you know what happens. I did some of that, and then I looked around for what else I could spray. So I just sprayed a little bit under the eaves and around the porch, and cleaned one of the water barrels and some of the guttering, and it was raining, so I didn't do too much, but it was kind of fun, blasting stuff off into space. So here's what I did to the cabin. Just did a little bit. I actually think it would look really nice once we get the whole thing done, but that will have to, we'll have to borrow the pressure sprayer another day. It has been raining, so everything's kind of wet. A little bit of pressure spraying on some of the bricks too, just because. The only trouble with the shed was that some of the wood's pretty rough. The smoother bits, and it's a bit old as well. So the smoother bits were not too bad, but the rougher bits of wood, actually quite rough cut somehow. It was hard to get the stain. Not sure it was a stain or a paint. Or it's a very thin layer of paint, actually, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, it's a bit harder to get out of all the grooves and things, so it's not going to be as nice a finish as the fence, but I guess it will look a little bit more rustic. He did the gate too, which is nice. You know, that was just old wood. Oh yeah, that looks heaps better too. Those support pieces are pretty old and not great, but it looks heaps better than it did both sides from their dark greyish greenish colour. Pretty blasted, so it's going to be a mess, but anyway, oh, that looks so much nicer. Nice backdrop for my dying tomatoes. I didn't realise how many uses we would have for a pressure sprayer, so we'll definitely have to borrow it again to spray all the things. I also sprayed the steps, the concrete step, which I didn't realise how much algae or mossy stuff it had on it until I started spraying it. We've got carrot seedlings that have come up, but we also have a lot of weeds in the carrot bed here. I haven't actually done much in terms of the veggie garden at all lately. What with school holidays and... oh, is that coriander? Or is it parsley? No, celery. Oh goodness. I mean, here's all the celery. There are a few weeds in there, but the majority of that is celery seedlings. Maybe I shouldn't have sown the parsley around them. I mean the parsnips around them. Anyway, I do have a lot of work to do in the veggie garden, and especially out the front too. Still got old crops that need to come out. But I did kind of end up focusing on the herb garden just because I want to get the herbs in. It seemed like a just weed the herb garden sort of thing, but it's never that simple. I mean, I got the weeds out, but of course I have to redesign it and move things around and buy new herbs and plan and figure out how I want it to look, which is all very fun. It just takes time, but I'm trying to make it, I want it to look beautiful and be functional as well. And I want to make sure that herbs, the smaller herbs, are easy to get at and they're at the front, and less likely to get swamped by weeds in the future. So I just want to make it a bit more low maintenance as well. So thinking about all of those things. Ugh, it's warm out here. It's really warm. It was 19 degrees outside this morning when we woke up. Someone else is turning broody. Yeah. Well, she's got a chance to be broody with Tom around, but I need to start collecting eggs for hatching today. It's been 4 weeks. Sure takes a while to make sure Tom is definitely the father. It's a windy one. I've got a bunch of peppers I need to chop up and get into the dehydrator. These ones are Elmer paprika peppers, except for that one, which is a Burpee's thick-walled pepper. They're all going to be ground into paprika once they're dry. And then I'm going to do some more cayenne peppers. Right, I've got 2 trays of paprika peppers to go into the dehydrator, and I have saved some seeds. Time for the chilies. Cayenne peppers. Power peppers. Cayenne peppers. just want to go outside and enjoy the new fence. But it's so rainy today. Is it a bird? I need to fix up my fairy lights because I kind of blasted those off when I pressure sprayed around the rafters a bit. So we have this thing they're calling an atmospheric river going on at the moment, which is partly to do with rain, but a lot to do with subtropical air over the country, warm, humid and wet air. So we're sort of in this weird patch of weather where it's very humid and there's rain and very warm, sticky nights. And I would like autumn to come back now. Peppers are all finished dehydrating now, so, well, as I go, I check them along the way after a few hours and start putting the ones that have dried into a jar, and then putting the rest of them in now, and the chilies and cayenne peppers in a different jar. All nicely dried, and then, I mean, you can either grind them straight away, or what I do if I know there are more coming from the garden, I'll just leave them in the jars on the shelf until I'm ready to grind them all into paprika or cayenne pepper. I usually try to scrape some of the seeds out of the cayenne pepper pieces, just so it's not too spicy. But that depends on how spicy you like it, or your children like it. Now that the fence is all sprayed, where are you going? Now that the fence is all sprayed, I decided I'm going to move the garlic chives over towards the back. So the garlic chives are here at the moment. They are here, and I used to have normal common chives with the pinky purple leaf flowers over in the opposite corner. But because I want to try to do 3 circles, I'll find the bricks one way or another. Here I've decided it's actually better to, the salvias, the pineapple sage is flopping over at the moment because it got pressure sprayed from the other side of the fence, but when I get that put up a bit more nicely, because it's sort of a bit more shady, hold on, over this side, that fence is roughly north. Yeah, hold on, not quite yet. And so that is a bit more shady there, and under the big herb shrubs as well. The chives can handle some shade, so I'm going to see how they go underneath the bigger herbs along there. I don't think I'm going to get all of them out because there are little ones that are sprouted from seed heads I left, but we'll see how we go. They're not too bad to get out once you just get under the roots, and then I can get that ericerum stuck in there, hopefully get that out too. Make way for the circles. A little eager little miss. Nala, how did you get stuck in there? So I hopefully got most of the garlic chives out of this corner. I'm sure there'll be more that I've missed, but we'll see how we go in the next few days. And poor pineapple seed, I've really wrecked its nice display. Not the time of year for digging it out, but I moved that big chunk. I dug that out of there and moved that back into the corner where it's supposed to be. And I've put the garlic chives over there for now.